Okay, this is another story that's, well, kind of by request. It's basically 3 different stories that all involve one thing. Skunks. Okay? The first time I saw a skunk here in Patterson was about around July. Yeah, I was walking home one night. It was about midnight. And I'm walking across the bridge, and like right before this restaurant, Kansas Fried Chicken, I see this tiny little baby skunk. And it's like walking around, and I'm like, oh shit, I know that's not a skunk. And then this guy is ahead of me, right? And he's like, stay away from that. It'll spray you, mommy. It'll spray you, skunk, whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, it's a fucking skunk. What the fuck is a skunk doing here in Patterson? And he turns around and he goes, you speak English? And I'm like, fuck that. Look, there's a skunk here. Why is there a skunk here? And it's turned into some whole situation. So it got me thinking, there's skunks around here, and they're very close to me, and I need to find more of them because, I'm just crazy. So I set up these like little things in some places around the bridge here and there or whatever to see if I can find another skunk. Second occasion, which took place around the beginning of August, around the middle of August maybe. I'm in the parking lot, and it's me and my mother, and I'm like getting in the car, and I see one of my little traps is like shady, and she goes, there's a skunk right there, it's in there. And I'm like, see, I told you there's skunks around here. And she's like looking at me, she's in the car, she's getting ready to leave, we're ready to go. And I'm like, I'm gonna get it, I'm just gonna check it out so I can take a picture of it, because I want to take a picture of the skunk so that everybody would know that there's fucking skunks around here, and I will have proof. And I go and I like lift the thing, and this thing fucking tears off, and it's way bigger than the other one. This is so not a baby skunk. This skunk is like a fucking foot long. And he tears off like a cat. I'm like, this fast little thing. So I'm like inching around the parking lot trying to chase this skunk and not freak it out, because I don't want it to spray me, because it was bigger than the other one, so it was ready to spray. And I see it, and it's like standing there, and it's like, it runs underneath this car, and I'm like running, and I see it, and it stops. And it turns around, and it just starts to hunch up onto its hind legs and just look at me like this. And I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker's gonna spray me. So I stop, and I'm like pausing, and I don't move, and he's still standing there straight up like this. And I'm like, I take the picture, but all you can see is his eyes in the picture, because it's like all fucked up, because for some reason there's motion sensor things back there, and if you stop moving the lights go out. I'm like, that's bullshit, because suppose somebody jacks you and then stops moving, what the fuck. And I'm like, okay, but still, the skunk was back there, it was gonna spray me, and that was some shit. Now the third occasion, we were driving home, and there was this another baby skunk in the parking lot of the school digging around in the garbage. And I'm like, see, Ma, there's another skunk. And she's like, what the fuck with the skunks? And I'm like, there's skunks around here, come on, seriously. And she goes, and they're not scared of people? And I'm like, well, I guess they're not scared until you start to get up on them a little bit too close. But I'm like, he's just digging around in garbage. And I almost forgot. Me and a buddy of mine, we were in the parking lot, and there's still skunks back there. So the whole parking lot pretty much just smells like old ass tampons or something. The fucking parking lot's awful smelling anyway, all the time. And he comes out, and he's like, God, it smells like musty ass vagina back here. And I'm like, dude, that's skunk funk, man. And he goes, no, Kai, that's funk skunk. And then this tiny skunk just fucking runs past his foot, and I cracked up laughing. I'm like, this is too fucking stupid. And I'm like, dude. And my brother goes, oh, I see skunks all the time. When I'm on my way to work, there's skunks every fucking where. And I'm like, no. They're not supposed to be these strange woodland animals running around Patterson, New Jersey. I'm like, all this shit must have got washed down here in the flood or something. These little babies got lost, or they're building up in Wayne, and they're like chasing skunks down here. But either way, I'm just not feeling this shit. And if I get sprayed, somebody's gonna get fucked up. Jack Hanna has released his animals into Patterson, and I don't appreciate this shit.